Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and the market is mixed. As you can see, we're in the top 100 by market cap. Bitcoin has gone down to just over 115,000. Ethereum was really pumping there. It hit an all-time high, and I thought that maybe it would continue the momentum, but it didn't have enough conviction from the buyers. The entire market slips ever so slightly below 4 trillion with a further move down for Bitcoin dominance currently at 57.4. I'm sure 99.9% of the people watching this video were happy to see this mandate come through from the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Yeah, this is case 24-2648, and the stipulation is hereby so ordered. It is done. It is final. But you know what? James Filan, who did such a wonderful job over all these years at keeping us updated, I realized, wow, this is the last document we're going to get from him. James, thank you so much for all your updating and all your help. This is going to be a pretty short video, maybe even a record short video. And one of the two things I want to talk about is a comment that I got in yesterday's video when I spoke about Ripple often, very often, over the years, following in the footsteps of SBI. And Zen Aesthetics 1 said Ripple doesn't follow SBI in the slightest. Well, I just want to point a few big examples. So I have been following both these companies for 8 years, probably obsessively so. And let me just cite the reason why I am always looking for similar action coming from Ripple after SBI makes a move. It first started when the SBI company did the first XRP on-demand liquidity with the Siam Commercial Bank in Thailand. That was 2016 and 17. Ripple then went live with ODL in 2018. Then the second example I have here is SBI bought the B2C2 company that caters to institutional clients and plays a crucial role still today in providing market access and liquidity. That was back in 2020, while Ripple acquired a very comparable company, and that would be Hidden Road, and they did so in 2025. The third example is SBI. Well, they made an 8-figure investment, put a position in with Sygnum Bank in Singapore in 2021, where they were one of the first in the entire industry as a bank to tokenize a real-world asset. They did so with a CryptoPunk, number 6808. That NFT tokenized product was done in March 2022. It wasn't until October 2022 where Ripple finally put the amendment to have an NFT platform standard passed. And then fourth, we've got SBI that took the lead in another tokenization effort. That would be with building a security token asset exchange. They started that in 2023, finished it in 2024. And Ripple, well, has yet to acquire an STO platform like Securitize, for example. That's why I'm always thinking maybe Securitize is going to be a target. And the fifth example I give is SBI started its acquisition steps to grab the custody solution company Zodia back in 2022. And Ripple then made its move not too long after with the acquisition of Medico in 2023. So again, these are just 5 examples. I have more, but I think 5 are enough to show you that, yeah, there is a pattern here. I'm back into that report again that Ripple was a co-contributor to. And DeFi, as they highlight, is the biggest beneficiary of stablecoin growth and the new balance sheet. So the DeFi protocols are working capital engines. And with an average monthly turnover of 11 times more compared to just 1 or 2 times annualized capital turnover for payment fintechs like Wise. So XRP, it's in. It's in this working capital engine. And that is why I often talk about Flare Networks, Doppler, Firelight Finance, Strobe, Moai, and the Root Network. This report is so very important to understand where payments are going with stablecoins. The connective tissue for the payments architecture is now stablecoins. And I want to tell you that the topic of atomic settlement with smart contracts is mentioned 22 times in this new report. Why? Because it handles invoice settlement. It does programmable governance. It distributes yield and interest automatically. It eliminates any manual processing to distribute and rebalance liquidity. That is just such a big saver of time and money. The smart contract settlement triggers only when compliance regimes are met automatically in the logic of the contract. It is woven into payments. So this is why everything is moving to atomic settlement and smart contracts. So when you're talking about payments, it has changed. And if you are unsure about the technology, I think this is a report you can get your head around. I'm going to put a link to it in the description of this video. Make no mistake, this channel focuses on what impacts the digital asset XRP. I think 90% of you watching this video hold the digital asset XRP, and maybe 10% are Ripple shareholders. But I've got some news coming out of Flare that would make every digital asset holder, think their dreams came true, 100%. And it includes just not XRP, but also Bitcoin and Doge to start. I think even Saylor and Bitcoin Pierre are happy about this. Why? Because we're talking about real utility for these digital assets. And don't forget the builders. Those are the real heroes in this space. And now they have a chance to integrate seamless payments using F assets. This is incredible. I want to give a huge shout out to the Flare Networks team. And I'm really sorry that I'm going to miss you at Japan WebEx this year. Flare reminds us in a post today that every action on Flare flows through the one asset, FLR, that's Flare. And Leader Alpha points out that Flare Networks processed nearly 1 million transactions yesterday. In just about 5 hours, you're going to hear from James Rule, XRP, in his crypto show. He's got Fabio Marzella and Santiago Velez from the Zhao Dao on. I think it's a 38-minute interview. I think it'll be a good one. And until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.